Hi guys, this is Narrated, and this is a video from Pokemon Online that I recently recorded today. And, well, yeah, I was battling him and I put it on to like some Rhyperior recording. The quality's a little iffy, but I hope you like it anyways. So I start off with faillll, and right now I established a Leech Seed just to, drain some life from Rhyperior because I know that my faillll can definitely take his Earthquakes. And Rhyperior doesn't have much in his moveset to defeat my faillll. So right now I'm just setting up some Leech Seeds, not Leech Seeds, Spikes, to, establish a good field, I guess, against him. And I feel that even though he can't really harm me with separate attacks, his Earthquakes do enough damage to eventually cause harm, so I'm protecting every other turn to just gain HP from the leftovers and the Leech Seed without taking damage. So right now, yeah, I think I set up my second Spikes, and I just need to set up one more. So here I am, I use Protect again, and I drain him of his life once more, and get my leftovers. So I think this will pretty much get me at 100 HP all over again. Yup. And right now, he uses Stone Edge, and I think I finally set up the last Spikes. Yep. So I use, I feel that I should probably use Power Whip right now, but no, it was too late. He switched, and I basically just Power Whip his Charizard, and I'm like, oh my god, I knew he was gonna switch. I should have switched. So I switched into Heatran, predicting a Fire type move against my faillll, since it's super effective. But instead, he goes with a Sunny Day, and I'm like, wow. And I'm like, either way, I still don't get attacked, but I kind of wanted the Flash Fire boost. So he switches into Staraptor. Instead of using Flamethrower or anything like that, I go for a Dark Pulse to be safe. And since he switched to Staraptor, it takes the damage that Charizard would have taken. So it does a decent amount. I predict a close combat on part of Staraptor, and I know that I'm knocking my Heatran out. So I switch into Jellicent because it's a Ghost type, and it will not be affected by close combat. And so it does not affect me, and thus I feel that I think I go for a Scald. Not sure what I did here. Yeah, it goes for a Sky Attack, or it's preparing for a Sky Attack, and I just Scald it, so it does a decent amount of damage. And I know I don't want to take an actual Sky Attack from him, so I know that faillll is probably going to be able to take a good hit, so I switch it to faillll knowing that it'll be able to survive a Sky Attack. And, sorry, my phone is ringing. And it does survive it. But now I'm worried about a close combat on his behalf, so I'm like, okay, now I want to switch into, I believe Latios to be, no, I protected to regain HP, sorry. So yeah, I use Protect to be able to take the next upcoming close combat and regain some type of health. And like I said, yeah, so, I know I have really nothing to use against him, but, it's whatever. So I knew he was going to switch out, so I switched into Latios, and luckily he switched into his Blastoise, so I kind of predicted that pretty well. And my Latios is Scarfed and knows Thunderbolt, so I go with the Thunderbolt, and I Parahax him, so I'm like, yes, let's go. Here, I felt that he was going to switch out, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to over-predict, so, so I just keep going in the Thunderbolt, and that was a horrible mistake because now I'm Scarfed on a Thunderbolt against Leafeon, and I'm just like, wow. So now I'm going to have to switch out, and my best bet here is switching out into Heatran, hoping that my Flamethrower could KO it, and it went for a Yawn against my Latios, who is now Heatran, I guess. And instead of switching out, which I really should have, because I believe that she would probably switch out Leafeon, I thought that for some reason she would keep Leafeon in, and I wanted to go for Flamethrower. Bad mistake on my part, because I do knock out Blastoise with my Flamethrower, but now I'm sadly gonna have to deal with falling asleep, and I'm just like, darn it. So I'm asleep, and I'm going up against Staraptor, who can easily KO me now. So I switch out into Latios, thinking that she was going to close combat and that it would be able to take the hit, but no, it went for Brave Bird, so I overpredicted there, and Latios dies. So I'm like, great, I lose my Latios. So here I believe I'll go into Dugtrio, because Dugtrio is a speedy type, and I know Staraptor might still be faster, but a good Sucker Punch will be able to go first and KO the Staraptor, and it does. And thanks to Arena Trap, she wouldn't be able to switch out anyways. So Sucker Punch KOs it, and she goes in for Leafeon, and the spikes damage it significantly. For some reason, I believe that a Sucker Punch would be able to KO Leafeon here, but I was really, really mistaken. And she's just going to go for a Leaf Blade and knock out my Dugtrio. So that was a stupid mistake on my part. And I believe I switch into my Espeon here, because I know that Espeon is quicker and it'll definitely be able to get the job done. So Espeon, I go with Psychic, and I know it's going to knock it out. And right here, this is really awkward, but for some reason Espeon disappeared. And I have no idea why, but it does. So Espeon disappears, and it's still there. Don't worry. So then I knock out Leafeon and Psychic, and I'm just going to keep going with Psychic against Charizard, because I know Espeon is faster. And I expected an attack, but no, instead she goes for Sunny Day, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Because now you have basically set your Charizard up for getting KO'd. So I'm just going to stick in with Espeon and go with another Psychic, and it KOs Charizard, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's a good win for me. I believe she switches into, Typhlosion, and I got really nervous here because Typhlosion is known for his physical attacks. Sorry, someone's calling my phone. Typhlosion is known for a physical attack, so I switch into I use Substitute because I want to know what type of attacks it has, and it uses Fire Blast, and I was surprised because I expected like a Flare Blitz or something, since Espeon is really weak in terms of defense. So I switch out and go for a Heatran, predicting a Fire-type move. And my Heatran is still asleep, but I was right about predicting the Fire-type move, and my Heatran's Fire-type moves are now powered up through Flash Fire, and it was basically just me waiting for Heatran to wake up, and its hidden power does a decent amount of damage, so if it doesn't wake up by the next turn, it was gonna die. And I was like, this is horrible because it does not wake up. And so Earth Power will not be able to KO Typhlosion. And now Typhlosion is faster. I can't switch out Heatran, because if I switch it out later, Stealth Rock is just going to kill it. So I stay in. It gets defeated by Hidden Power, and I was like, wow, that sucks. But I know now that it has about like 35 HP left, because it keeps getting hit by its Life Orb, and Espeon is still missing for some reason. And I know Espeon is faster, so a Psychic will be able to KO that Typhlosion, and it does. So right now, all she has left is Rhyperior, and I'm like, okay, I definitely got this. I still have 3 Pokemon left. I will definitely be able to win this now. So for some reason, I believe that I was scared of losing my Espeon, even though it's faster. It probably would have been able to KO Rhyperior. So to be safe, for some reason, I decided to switch into Ferrothorn, because it was stalling it in the beginning pretty well. So right here, what I'm mainly trying to do is get in a good Leech Seed, but first I protect, gain some health from the leftovers. And I do gain some health. I mean, it's not that much, but you know, every little bit counts. So yeah, so I protected against him, blah blah. So now he goes for Mega Horn, and yeah, so I tried going for Leech Seed, and sadly it misses, and I'm like, wow, that sucks. And I know that Ferrothorn is going to lose now, so I was like, this is just a wasted turn. This is just a wasted turn, because now I know that Ferrothorn is going to lose in the next 2 turns or so, since Leech Seed did not hit, and now I will not be able to get health. So Ferrothorn is basically lost, and it was just horrible. I should have just Power Whipped and defeated it in the beginning, but no. I was getting greedy, and I wanted to win with a lot of health. But anyways, I know that I have this basically won already. So I switch into Jellicent, who's going to be faster than Rhyperior. and I just scald it because I know that it's going to win. So it's super effective, and it KOs Rhyperior, and I win. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, bye!